accent trivia. Appreciate you being here. Okay, I got the clue. I tried a heavy rock one yesterday and didn't do very well at all. That's putting it mildly. So back to country music we go. And it's on Waylon Jennings. Can you imagine? Waylon Jennings and George Jones discussed the infamous Hogtie incident. He was 4 sheets to the wind, and I'd been up for 4 days. An all-time classic George Jones story. Of course, I think we've all heard the story about Jones' wild days, like he took his lawnmower to the liquor store after his wife hid the keys to his car to keep him from drinking. That's one legendary. His drinking and partying earned him the nickname No-Show Jones after causing him to miss so many performances, and it's something he struggled with until he finally got sober for good in 1999 after getting arrested for DUI. His friend Waylon Jennings was part of the group of friends who convinced Jones to get professional treatment at Hillcrest Psychiatric Hospital in Birmingham, Alabama, an intervention that Jones once said was the best thing that ever happened to him. Well, before all that, Waylon had to tie his musical hero up when Jones came to his house drunk, obviously, and started destroying his living room. The famous story goes that Jones showed up at Waylon and Jesse Coulter's house in the middle of the bender and started acting wild and trying to destroy things, even yelling at Waylon's mother-in-law, Jesse's mom. Waylon said he was 4 sheets to the wind, and he himself had been up for about 4 or 5 days. Waylon was open about his decade-long drug problem, so they were quite a combination. And this video that you can find on TikTok shows Waylon telling the story on a talk show while sitting next to Jones many years ago, and he laughed as he recalled. Sorry, I can't put this video up there because of copyright issues. George came to see me one time, and he really wasn't sure who I was, I don't think. He came in about 4 sheets in the wind, and I'd been up for about 4 or 5 days. So it was a blind leading to blind, and all of a sudden, George gets a little wild, and he starts throwing things, so I had to get on him and sit on him. And here I am, one of my heroes of my life, and I'm having to sit down, even holding him down, or even he's going to tear me and my house up. I'm holding him like this, George, settle down. George goes, it's like he's choking. This is Possum. That's why they call him Possum right there. When Waylon turned him loose because he thought George settled down, George turned right around and smacked him in the mouth. Waylon hilariously joked that that's when he got his famous Possum nickname from, and George also broke his guitar player's thumb during the whole ordeal. So much so that Waylon realized the only way to get him to calm down or stop was to tie him up. So he got a belt and made sure he couldn't move, then put him on the couch like that. Obviously, he felt terrible because this was his hero and someone he looked up to so much. So the last thing he wanted was to have to be wrestling him like this. They called Jones' manager, and eventually he showed up to help. Jones eventually calmed down for real and asked Jesse to play him a song like nothing happened. Waylon described it as him somehow having the ability to go from oblivion to a preacher's son in about 2 seconds, which he could never figure out. I turned loose of him. I said, George, you all right? And he goes, bam, and hits me right in the mouth. And I said, somebody get something. Whatever he's doing is stronger than mine. I mean, he's just still going, So I said, go get him something. I can tie him up. So I got something and I tied him up, and I felt terrible. He broke his thumb, kicked him. I mean, this is a wild man. So I get him on there, and I gently lay him on the couch. And I can't really tell you what he said to me then. He called his manager. And after a while, let me tell you, after a while, he's calling me everything in the world. And his manager gets there and unties him. Gets up, dusts himself off, went in there and said, Jesse, would you sing me that song again? And then he left. He could go from oblivion to a preacher's son in about 2 seconds. I don't know what the deal is. In his book, Waylon, an autobiography, he confesses that Jones called him a Conway Twitty acting SOB, which is kind of hilarious. Jones sat there and laughed listening to Waylon talk about it. And while it's sad that he struggled with so much over the years and clearly had a problem, these stories are pretty funny only because we know how he ultimately became sober and remained a faithful Christian until his death, much like Waylon. I love Waylon Jennings stories. I just do. And I can't figure out for the life of me. I don't own that autobiography. I'm going to buy it. I really want to. I'm sure there's a whole lot more stories in there, and I'm going to share them with you. All I got for you guys. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please like this video. Appreciate it. You guys have a great day. God bless you, and I'm praying for you.